Thank you, Eddie. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've done all acknowledgements, and I'll get straight to it because I know I don't want to stand in between people and their food. But firstly, I want to thank the Honourable Steve Bracks for your keynote address. I think it's timely. Having you as our patron is timely, and I wanted to thank you for your efforts and your work that you've done for Victoria, in particular multicultural communities. So thank you for being here tonight. And Steve has always been a great advocate and defender of multiculturalism, and we're proud of him. One, for being of Lebanese background, so he'll be the first. So I'm a bit biased, but two, we are very, very proud to have him as our patron. I also want to acknowledge and pay respect to my predecessor, Emiliano Zucchi, who is with us tonight. Emiliano, it has been a privilege to walk in your footsteps, and you should be very proud of all the work that you have done at the Ethnic Communities Council Victoria. I also want to thank our board of directors, in particular Eddie Mikleff, Jill Morgan, Jenny Semple, Jenny Madich, Mohammed Yassin, Abby and Medha and everybody who is here. Your support while I've been CEO has been tremendous, and to all of my staff. Without you, the ECCV, we will have no ECCV, so thank you for everything that you do. I know sometimes it's a thankless job, but I do appreciate it, and so does the board and everybody here tonight. I'm honoured to lead an organisation that has been the trusted voice for multicultural Victoria for almost 50 years. And I am prioritising the development of the Council's new strategic plan, which will outline our 10-year vision over the next decade. One thing is certain: the rights and interests of our multicultural communities will continue to inform our decision-making at every level. That's why we'll keep strengthening our cross-sector partnerships. That's why we'll keep working with our members to increase the capacity of the multicultural sector and our communities. But the bottom line is this: we want to be in the best position to shape the national conversation and the state conversation. That's why we're strengthening connections beyond our communities. For instance, over the past year, we have prioritised the engagement between First Nations people and multicultural communities. We were heartened by the overwhelming support that the ECCV received from community and political leaders at the launch of Victorian Multicultural Voices for Yes in August. We want to build on that support and keep advocating for better outcomes for First Nations people, because we must do this together, hand in hand with our First Nations people, because their cause is our cause and our cause is their cause. I mentioned the new strategic plan we're developing. We're also preparing to celebrate 50 years next year of the establishment of the Ethnic Communities Council. As a country, a state and a community, we have come a long way and achieved a great deal since 1974. But we cannot afford to be complacent about the challenges ahead. Put it this way: there are times in life, individually and collectively, we feel the weight of history. I felt that weight in 2015 when I visited the Holy Land for the first time. As an Australian-born son of a Muslim Lebanese father and a mother who was raised Syrian Orthodox Christian, walked the streets of Jerusalem. Our Chinese community felt that weight in 2020 during those first fearful reactions to COVID-19 pandemic. Our Ukrainian and Russian communities have felt that weight ever since war broke out in 2022. Our Hindu and our Sikh communities felt that weight during the Khalistan referendum earlier this year. Our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community felt that weight during the Voice referendum last month. We all felt that weight when we saw neo-Nazis parading outside of State Parliament earlier this year. And now our Jewish and Muslim communities are feeling that weight with the rise of anti-Semitism and Islamophobia in Victoria. Moments like these test us as people and communities. They test us because they apply pressure to our stated principles and we find out what we really and truly believe. That is the weight of history. The Ethnic Communities Council of Victoria was made for moments like this. Almost 50 years ago, a generation of men and women who survived the Depression, World War II, and the Cold War came together to forge our organisation. They were people who knew what it was like to be a refugee. They were people who experienced the White Australia policy. And they built this organisation to help their communities, our communities, carry the weight of tolerance, harmony, and democracy. Those migrants were great Australians. They were people who opposed assimilation and championed integration. They were people who lobbied for Australia's first refugee policy. They were people who fought for better settlement policies and services. And they were people who worked with Steve Bracks to push through the Multicultural Victoria Act of 2004. And many are in this room today, and you should all be very proud of what you have achieved. At times like this, at times like these, times when the weight of history makes our backs bend, we need to remember what ECCV stood for and has achieved. We need to remember that no matter what our background is, no matter what language we speak, no matter what faith we follow, we can all come together to cooperate on shared concerns, on issues of shared concern. We must all remember the responsibility we share to advance the causes of communities we represent. As I mentioned, my father and mother came from different backgrounds, cultures and faiths, and built a family out of that difference. I am the product of that difference, and I will forever be grateful for my multicultural upbringing because it gave me the strength that I need to carry the weight of history that I feel as CEO of this organisation. Let me leave you with this. Multiculturalism is Victoria's greatest strength, and the ECCV is the cornerstone of Victorian multiculturalism. Multiculturalism has been a democratic vehicle for immense social and economic progress, and our council has been the vanguard of that social and economic progress since 1974. For almost half a century, we have brought together leaders from a diversity of communities and forged a path of tolerance and acceptance. And in that process, we have shown that the more that we come together as multicultural communities and leaders, the better able we are to not just carry the weight of history, but to create a better future. With our golden anniversary coming next year, we all together have a unique opportunity to create a better future for our communities. Let's keep standing up for each other and standing together. Thank you very much.